There's a moment many high-functioning women hit in midlife that they don't talk about. You're not falling apart, you're still showing up, still capable, still experienced, and yet everything feels heavier than it used to. Tasks take longer, interruptions throw you off more. Your tolerance for stress quietly shrinks. Sleep doesn't restore you in the same way, and the most unsettling part, you just can't explain why. So you do what you've always done, you problem solve. You try something for sleep, you tweak your routine for focus, you listen to something to get your mindset right. Each piece helps a little, but nothing quite clicks. Because midlife isn't a collection of separate problems to solve, it's a system recalibrating. So what does that mean? In midlife, multiple systems in the body start to shift at the same time. Your sleep architecture becomes lighter and more fragmented. Your stress response becomes more sensitive and more responsive. Your ability to regulate your own temperature fluctuates. Your mental margin, it narrows. And none of this is happening in isolation. They're all interacting, which means when one thing is off, it pulls on everything else. Poor sleep just doesn't make you tired. The next day, your cognitive clarity is affected. Increased stress doesn't just feel uncomfortable, it disrupts temperature regulation and your focus. And mental bandwidth doesn't just affect productivity, it quietly erodes at your self-confidence. And that's why trying to fix one problem at a time feels so frustrating. And the shift that most women miss is that it feels like confidence is the problem, but it rarely is. What's actually happening is a drop in capacity. Your brain has less available energy. Your nervous system has less flexibility. Your recovery is less efficient. So of course these things feel harder. You're not less capable, you're just operating with less available resource. And when capacity drops, decisions become reactive instead of considered. Focus becomes inconsistent instead of steady. Confidence becomes fragile instead of grounded. Trying to think your way out of it doesn't work. Because this isn't a mindset issue, it's a capacity issue. So that's all well and good, but what actually helps and what can we start doing straight away? Well, what most of us need at this stage isn't more hacks, it's integration. And here's what that looks like in real terms. Number 1, reduce cognitive load. In other words, stop overloading your brain. Your brain is working with less margin, so stop treating it as if it hasn't changed. Try this. Write down your top 3 priorities for the day. Not 10, 3. Use a capture list, i.e. a notes app or a pen and paper, instead of trying to hold everything in your head like you used to. Build in 10-minute buffers between each task instead of trying to bounce from one to the next. Just those few things alone can reduce that feeling of, oh God, I can't think straight. Number 2, stabilize your nervous system daily, not just when you're feeling stressed. Try this. Take 5 minutes twice a day to concentrate on your breathing. Inhale for the count of 4, exhale for the count of 6. If you make sure your exhale is longer than your inhale, you're tricking your system into thinking it's safe. Step outside for a short walk without your phone, especially in the morning, and add a proper pause between work and home. Even if that's sitting in the car for 3 minutes, that still counts. You're not trying to be calm all day. You just need to give your system regular signals that it's okay to come down for a little while. Number 3, support energy before you chase productivity. Most of us try to push output before we're stabilizing input. It backfires, so try this instead. Eat something protein-based within an hour of waking up. Do not rely on caffeine as your energy strategy. And notice your natural dips. For example, is that mid-afternoon? If that's the case, plan some lighter tasks there rather than some deeper thinking that your brain doesn't want to think about. Number 4, adjust expectations strategically, not emotionally. You're not lowering your standards, you're updating your operating system. Try this. Give yourself longer for tasks that require more thinking. Batch similar types of work together instead of constantly switching between tasks that are completely different. And if possible, build one lighter day into your week. This isn't about doing less overall. It's about doing things in a way that your brain can actually sustain. And number 5, rebuild trust with yourself. When your brain feels unreliable, your confidence takes a hit. So rebuild it, practically. Try this. At the end of every day, write down 3 things that you actually did complete. It doesn't matter how small. Stop measuring yourself against your old capacity. We're different now. Catch the narrative of you saying, I should be better than this, and replace it with, I'm adapting to a new phase of life. Confidence doesn't come back through pressure. It comes back through evidence. And this is the work I'm building right now. Not symptom management, not surface level fixes, but a structured way to rebuild energy, clarity and resilience, so you can feel capable and steady in your work, your body and your life again. If this resonates, if you recognise yourself in this, it might just be for you. I've built a complete programme for midlife women to approach the transition of menopause, not as a series of symptoms, but as a transition of whole mind and body. If that is for you, please join the waitlist below and you'll be the first to know on any updates and improvements and when the course is open. If you've enjoyed this video, please drop any comments or questions below. I will always come back to you, and a thumbs up is always appreciated. Of course, for more like this, please subscribe to the channel. In the meantime, remember you're amazing. Join the waitlist to find out all the updates and when the course is open, and you have an amazing week.